Hello, I'm Neil Nunes with the BBC News. A privately owned company has confirmed that its robotic spacecraft Odysseus has landed successfully on the moon. It's the first time an American mission has returned to the moon for more than 50 years and the first ever by a private company, Intuitive Machines. Moments after Odysseus touched down, the firm's CEO, Steve Altemus, had this message.
If I could just pass on a few words to the entire team in Intuitive Machines and here in the Mission Control. What an outstanding effort. I know this was a nail biter, but we are on the surface and we are transmitting. And welcome to the moon.
The lander set down in a crater near the South Pole at a location where water ice is thought to exist, which would be a valuable resource for future human exploration. The emergency services in the Spanish city of Valencia say at least 4 people have been killed in a massive fire in 2 joined high-rise apartment buildings. 19 others are missing following the blaze, which quickly spread through the 14-story block, fanned by high winds and stoked by highly inflammable cladding. President Biden has met the widow and daughter of the late Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny ahead of the announcement of new sanctions against the Kremlin. Mr. Biden said Yulia Navalnaya was going to continue her husband's fight for a free and democratic Russia, and he praised her courage.
This morning I had the honor of meeting with Alexei Navalny's wife and daughter. He was a man of incredible courage, and it's amazing how his wife and daughter are emulating that. But one thing that was made clear to me is that Yolanda is going to continue to fight and have underway. So we're not letting up.
Mr. Biden's administration is expected to sanction 500 more individuals and companies to mark the second anniversary of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine and in response to Mr. Navalny's death. The president of Senegal, Macky Sall, says he'll leave office on the 2nd of April when his mandate comes to an end, but he did not believe it would be possible to reschedule the elections he tried to cancel before that date. Temesgen Debisai reports.
In a televised interview, President Macky Sall moved to allay fears that he was seeking a third term after he postponed elections that were scheduled for this Sunday. He said he was ready to release the jailed opposition candidate Ousmane Sonko so that Senegal could focus on the elections in a peaceful manner. Mr. Sall also said he intended to lead a national dialogue in Senegal on Monday before a new election date is set. The decision comes after a court ruling overturned the president's decree to delay presidential elections until December.
BBC News. South Korea has raised its health alert level from cautious to severe as a doctors' strike enters its 4th day. The country's healthcare system is mostly private. Doctors are protesting against the government's plan to increase the number of medical school places each year. The United Nations Agency for Palestinian Refugees has warned that it's reached breaking point as it struggles to cope with the war in Gaza. In a letter to the UN General Assembly, UNRWA's chief, Philippe Lazzarini, said the agency's ability to fulfill its mandate was seriously threatened. The French Interior Minister says a radical Tunisian imam accused of preaching hatred against women and Jews has been expelled under the country's new immigration law. Majoub Majoubi has been deported to Tunisia. The Victoria and Albert's Museum in London is looking to recruit a Taylor Swift fan to advise it on the culture and craftsmanship behind memorabilia associated with the world's biggest-selling pop star. It's customary for Swift's fans to swap friendship bracelets with each other at the shows. The initiative is part of attempts to enhance its curatorial knowledge by engaging grassroots experts. Here's Rebecca Drought.
Taylor Swift was the biggest-selling global recording artist in 2023, according to the International Federation of the Phonographic Industry. And her fans, or Swifties as they're known, have also become a phenomenon. The V&A is looking for someone to give its curators insights into the culture and craftsmanship behind the handmade signs, friendship bracelets and memorabilia associated with the US star, especially ahead of the European leg of her Eras tour later this year. It's also looking for people passionate about Crocs, footwear, emojis and drag to fill other paid superfan roles.
BBC News.